Hello programmers and welcome to a new video today. So in today's video we will be handling a problem which says that sort an array containing 1 to n integers. Okay, so our input will be an array and its data type will be unsorted, and there will be number of integers from 1 to n, and we need to sort this array. Okay, and we need to return a sorted version of the given array. So let's try solving this problem. If you want to try this on your own, you could pause the video, try it out, and if you do not get the solution, let's check onto the solution to this problem. Okay. So what we'll do is first let's talk about what is the best optimal, non-optimal solution that we would use to solve this problem. Okay. So the first thing that arises into your mind is using a simple sorting algorithm. Okay. So what we'll do is we can use any sorting algorithm. So we'll just use a sorting algorithm. That's like the most simple thing that comes into your mind. So we have got many sorting algorithms like bubble sort, merge sort, and then we've even got insertion sort and many more like them. The list keeps on increasing. Okay, so one peculiar thing of all these sorting algorithms is most of them work in a time complexity of big O of n square. Then some work in time complexity of big O of log n, which is the minimum and the best capable for sorting an array. And even insertion sort works on a time complexity of big O of n square because it keeps sorting out each element with its next element, and it keeps doing that iteratively usually twice for each input of a list. So basically it goes into n square. So the thing is, these sorting algorithms are good, but but the issue here is we can improve the efficiency of the code, seeing that we have been given a number of elements from 1 to n. Okay, so let's try to check how do we use a efficient method instead of using the sorting algorithms that we already know. Okay, let me just find some empty place. Yeah. Okay, and let's check on to this solution to the problem. So as you can see, now we've got this array with us present. And the biggest thing that solution or hint that you see in this problem is it says it consists of number of integers from 1 to n present in this array. Okay, so basically we know that every integer from 1 to n is there in this array. It's compulsorily going to be present in this array. So we can come to know, basically we can come to know the largest element in this array. So what we'll do is we can just use the library function of any programming language, and we'll come to know the array's length. Okay, so basically in this question the array would be, here there would be 8, 7, 3, 2, 1, whatever. So the number of elements in this array is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if we run the length function of, and then we would get a value of 8. Okay, so the length of the array will be 8, and suppose this is an array, and so its length would be 8. And what we need to do is, now since we know that there are 8 elements present in this array, we just need to initiate a new array, or we can also work on the same array by using a for loop from the start index. Okay, from 1, so that is 1 present over here, 1 to the length of the array. Okay, to the length of the array, and we need to increment this value. Okay, we need to increment this value, and then at each position we need to print the element. Okay, so at the first position, that is the index 0, we'll print the number 1. Okay, so here then what will happen is, let's see the new array, the same array actually that we are working on. At the first position, that is the 0th index, the number 8 will get replaced by 1. Okay, then the number 7 will get replaced by 2, then the number 3 will again get replaced by 3 itself, then 2 will get replaced by 4, 1 will get replaced by 5. Okay, since we are using this for loop which is iterating from number 1 till the length of the array. Okay, then the number 4 will get replaced by 6, then the number 6 will get replaced by 7, and finally the number 5 will get replaced by 8, and we will get a sorted array. Okay, so let's go to a compiler and try to understand how do we solve this solution. Okay, so I've got a function here, says that diff sort, and it takes an array as an integer as an argument, and I've just passed it for the moment. So what we'll do is, first thing we need to know the length of the array. Okay, so we were checking the length of the array here. Okay, so we need to do that first. So what I'll just say is length is equal to len of the array. Okay, len of the array. So now we know how many elements are present in this array, and now we're just going to run a while for loop, and we're going to update the values at every index with the number present at this certain position. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use the for loop for I in range, and we'll say for I in range length. Okay, length, and now let's try to update the value. Okay, so we'll say array 0 is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so why is this I plus 1? Since our indexing starts from the number 0. Okay, so for that reason we need to, and we are appending numbers from 1. Okay, so that is why we need to change its value to I plus 1. Okay, so for each element in the array we'll keep on doing the same thing, and this will be I. Okay, it will not be 0, and we'll keep incrementing the number plus 1, and then we'll in the end we'll just return the array. Okay, let's return the array, and now let's try running this function and see what solution comes. Okay, sort, and we'll just take an array of maybe integers 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 6. What numbers are missing? Yeah, and 5 is missing, so everything is present. Also 4 is missing, so let me just add 4, since there need to be numbers from 1 to n. So 1 is there, and n is 8. Okay, so we'll use the sort function, and we'll save the variable, the output in a variable answer. Okay, and we'll just print the answer. Let's see what happens. What do we get a sorted array or not? So as you can see, we have got a sorted array. Okay, we've got a sorted array, and if you still don't understand what is going on in this code, let's check each and every step what happens in this code. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll simply keep printing the array at every position. Okay, so let me just open the output window, and now you see what we did is we first found the length of the array, and then we kept on iterating with the range of the length. So we said array I. So in the first situation, I is going to be 0, and we'll say array at the 0th position will be replaced, the value will be replaced by 0 plus 1. Okay, so basically here there was 8 that got replaced by 1. Then you can see it keeps increasing. Okay, so at the second position, then it got replaced by 2. Then at the third position, it got the third element got replaced by 3, and this kept on increasing. Okay, it kept on increasing, so it became 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this kept on happening till the end, where we got a array of sorted elements. Okay, we got an array of sorted elements from 1 to n. Okay, so we have solved this problem, we have understood everything. Now let's go into the scientific terms of this problem, where we deal with the time complexity, okay, of this problem. So first of all, we have been given an input array, and we use the len function. Okay, so we use the len function to come to know the length of the array, and the len function of any programming language, its time complexity is big O of n. So basically what it does is it just iterates over the whole array and keeps on incrementing to a variable, and it returns that variable as its length. Okay, so its time complexity is going to be big O of n. Then we used a for loop for the length of the array, and it kept on iterating for n elements. So if there were in the problem here there were 8 elements, so the for loop iterated 8 times. Okay, so if there's going to be 1000 elements, the for loop is going to iterate 1000 times. So again, iterating using the for loop also costed a time complexity of big O of n. Okay, so we are just separating them for the time, and we're going to add them everything. Okay, so I'll say n. Okay, it causes a time of n, not big O of n, since we are finding each at every separate position. Okay, so that caused a time complexity of n, and now we'll join them together. So that is big O of n plus n, and that is big O of 2n. And as you know, in time complexity, we eliminate the upper bound. We only focus on the upper bound function, so we eliminate the constants. So that's going to be big O of n. So this is our time complexity. Time complexity is big O of n, and space complexity here is constant, since we are not using any auxiliary data structure. And to even obtain the sorted array, we are using the same array given from the input by the user. So we are just updating the value. So again here space complexity becomes big O of 1. Okay, So with this, we have solved this problem, and we have learned how to sort elements in an array containing integers 1 to n using a time complexity of big O of n. So if you like my video, do drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubts, drop them down in the comment section, and I'll be surely thankful and helpful to help you out with this solution.